There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice.
How am I not found the best fighter in the world? You tell me. Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
Welcome, sports world, to Black and White Sports Pole Position. Powered by First Financial Bank, 3535 East 96th Street in Indianapolis. Grunt Works Custom Woods in Killeen, Texas. Check these boys out behind me with the beautiful artwork. Ultrasound Installations, where your car audio needs are definitely met and exceeded with Tony. Ultrasound Installations. And to our newest partner of the BWSports One World, the Rockstar Realtor himself, Shawn Nugent. What is going on, Damon?
I'm tweeting and sharing our YouTube broadcast at the moment, sir.
There you go.
That is what I am doing.
There you go.
I mean, you're killing me with the Rockstar Realtor. You got to see you play. Oh, his little bass.
That was his deal. That was his deal. I asked him how he would like to be brought into the world, and that's what he told me.
I love it. I love it. So, hey, man, what's going on, bro?
What's happening? What's happening? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Hey,
it's Thursday.
If you didn't see it yesterday, I just want to show this over again because I love me some Mustangs. I'm a Hot Wheels collector. I see all this M2 collection right here with some customs. This shit right here is tight. One of these days, bro. One of these days, I will have my 67 Mach, I think it is, the Eleanor of Gone in 60 Seconds. It's my dream car.
Well, I will see you. I will visit you. I will visit you when you retire to Florida, and you own one there. And we have retired to Colorado because the wife needs cooler temperatures.
I could have it in Colorado. If I'm that big, I'm having a garage specifically for my toys.
But I figured you'd rather be somewhere where the elements can't affect the body of the car.
It's not going to affect the body of the car if it's kept inside and garage kept, and it's driven only on beautiful sunshining days.
Between 75 and 83, no rain for 47 hours.
Yep.
In either direction, because you don't want no water splatter.
Nope, I don't want anything on it. Nothing.
Yeah. So, yeah, you ran down a couple of details. So don't forget to check out our brothers. Obviously, if you guys checked this out yesterday on Wednesday night live, we had our brother Tommy Boy, Shawn Stevens, in yesterday hanging out with us, doing a little chit chat about some current events for our live show. So don't forget to tune in and check that cat out over Checkers and Records with the homie and the fellow brother, Howdy. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for all of your racing to-do-dies.
They drive fast, they shift hard, and they keep the rubber on the road. or sling the dirt.
Awesome. So if you guys know, we do have a couple shows during the week. So Tuesday we had Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. That's my man.
I love it. And so we do that every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed this past Tuesday, we had a wrestling buff on. Steven, one of Dan's old school buddies from the way back, who's knowledgeable. Yep, who's knowledgeable about all things in the squared circle. Mm-hmm. So if you missed it, it is up on the YouTube and on the website, so you can check that out.
www.BWSports1.com.
Yep. And obviously,
I think that's all you have me around for nowadays.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. No. So yesterday we had Wednesday Night Live, which was, what started us. So we obviously can't do anything with that ever. It will always be here as long as they allow us to stream the airwaves.
Oh, yeah.
So Wednesday Night Live, we do that also 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a good show last night. Talked about a couple different things, so it was really fun. Guest in last night was good old Tommy Boy, so that was pretty fun. And then tonight it brings us to pole position.
Pole position.
Every Thursday night, 7:30, we give you something at the end of the Wednesday night show that we're going to chit chat about for and against on pole position, hence pole.
Message.
And there you have it. And that's our lineup, for the week. So you can always get any of those things from us, all past videos and broadcasts and special events. You can see all those. You can get the link from either here on the Facebook or on the
BWSports1.com.
Yeah, there we go. We did rehearsal.
Like your own personal button. You see, I'm like your own personal button.
That's hilarious. See, if we didn't rehearse this. This was like,
this is it. This is, as our buddy Vic over at Dynasty Bro says, it's organic.
Yes.
It's organic.
Especially when he follows the notes. And I actually put the notes up. There you go. How about that?
That's organic right there.
Right. Organic. Last day before we get into the poll, advertisement, partnership, sponsorship opportunities. Everything's available for all of our local and nationwide, small business partners, man. We got a platform, of large viewers, it's growing as we speak. It's a good chance to get your small business or your small service out, at a small fraction of what marketing and advertisements on the mainstream is for. So, the new thing is internet and streaming. So what a better way to touch a platform and then through sports. So there you go. And you can just hit us up at info.bwsports1@gmail.com, or you can DM us on the Facebook page or the Twitter page.
I like it. Now let's get into some meat and potatoes for tonight, folks. I know if you didn't catch our show last night, at the very end, we let the poll out, and that's what we're going to start doing on Wednesday Night Live. The very ending of the show, we're going to give you the poll for the poll position on Thursday. And Damon, let's drop the poll to them.
Well, the poll is, since, we got a lot of the different sports avenues that are coming back online and have restarted or restarting here within the next 30 to 60 days. The poll question is, think back to when you were in the prime of your athletic leagues, or whatever word that I'm trying to make up.
I couldn't even understand that word to put it in the one scenario, man. Couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. Think back to where you were at the prime of your athletic thing. Whatever sport that you were in, you were at the best at it when you played. and the current situation that we're going through right now with the COVID-19 pandemic, think back where these athletes are now to where you were at their stage in their careers. Think back to then with the same situation and the opportunity come up for the restart of your league or your program. Do you play or do you sit?
We really want to hear you tonight because you get tired of hearing us sometimes. We want to hear you, but we're still going to give you our takes. Oh, man. Mati, Damon. Where?
What?
Mati.
Oh, that's some Italian shit.
All right. So we're talking about when you were a child, correct?
No, not child. I mean, back to
whenever the peak of your career.
The peak of your athleticism. Okay. Think back to then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you were at the top of your game in your football, you know, be it high school, be it college, or just being that when you were the best at the park. You know what I'm saying? Whatever level that you were at in your sport, when the sport came back online, would you play or would you sit?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying I have been essential as hell for the past 4 months.
Everybody needs to grow their grass, baby.
So, I know. And then we get no rain and it ain't growing. So on that sense, as a player in professional leagues that's getting paid as a job, I kind of side with – I side more so with let's play. It's time to go back to work. Kind of like you were talking – we were talking I think yesterday, last night, something. Get back to work.
Right.
Now, if your peak in your career is, let's just say high school, okay? You don't know if you're going to be – you don't know if you're going to go play football in college. You don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you know that you're not. Okay, maybe you think that you are or want to. And this hits and it comes back and it's time to play. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to play just to see if I can get to the next level. In college, if I'm in college, honestly, at this point, if I'm in college, I probably wouldn't, especially if I'm going into my senior year or I'm a fifth-year senior because I was a transfer or a red shirt my freshman year or something like that, and I got definitely a potential to go into the league. I'm probably not going to play. So before I get into really depth with anything, I want to hear your thoughts. As he takes a sip of Woodford.
What we're going to do is we're going to hear what Ashley Stevens thinks.
She did have a good response, I should say.
Right. Well, here's what Ashley Stevens commented on the post. I think it depends on the sport. I used to be a competitive swimmer. I think that depending upon how the stands were handled for viewing, it would be possible. I have a coworker that teaches gymnastics, and the measures that they are taking currently make me feel more comfortable than sending kids during flu season. So I guess I take that as in, yeah, she'd play.
In her sport.
In her sport.
Yes.
I mean, I guess, and I on the comment on that, I kind of agree with her on that standpoint that, yeah, it kind of depends on the sport that you particularly play. You know what I mean? If I'm in a sport that has minimal to relatively no contact and you already have a distancing just by the way the sport's played, yeah, probably wouldn't question it one bit. But Sports that tend to have a little bit more contact, a little bit more bodily things touching. Yeah, probably maybe consider a little more. But this where it comes down to the actual truth of the question. The question is not what sport it is. The question is not the situation of the sport or the situation of your development of the sport. The question is plain and simple. At the top of your peak of that sport, at the top level, to wherever you felt that you were best at that level, your level of love for the game, or however you couldn't deny yourself of doing or participating in this game. That's the question. Is your love of the game enough to where you don't even question what's going on? Hey, we can play. That's my stance on it. That's how I feel. If I'm playing, let's say I'm 20, 26 years old, 25, 26 years old. Right there is where I'm probably the top of my basketball game. You know what I mean? I still got the bunnies. I'm going to the rack. I got the J. My D's nice. I can do all that. I'm playing everywhere. Every chance that I get, I'm playing 3-4 times a day. At that point right there, I'm playing.
You're playing.
Because really, and to be truthful with you, now, if I could still play without all the injuries and the surgeries, if I could play now, I'm playing, bro, because I love playing that much. I'm playing regardless of whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? The volcano is exploding, and there's a squirrel coming over to get a cookie, and I ain't got nothing for it.
Oh, you're supposed to have the oatmeal cookie.
Oh, yeah, he hit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? The hurricane is, 6 hours away, and we put up a lead game real quick. I'm in it, bro. The car is packed in the parking lot, but I'm hooping. That's just me. You know what I mean? If I could still physically do it, I'd do it until the day I dropped. If my last breath was shooting the J, I'm doing it.
Well, let's hope it's not time anytime soon.
Well, yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I mean, Ashley had a valid, that's a valid comment because in her sport, it sounded like she would. I'm with you on certain sports. I mean, you got a COVID-19 football helmet, and it looks like a combination of motocross helmet, racing helmet, not a really football helmet, and Sub-Zero's mask. Are they really going to be able to play in those? I really don't know. I mean, that would just be, that would be one reason I'd be like, I don't know, man. If I'm 350 pounds, 6'8", left tackle or something, and I'm hot already. I'm sweating your ass off already. Now you just enclosed, and people's going to say, well, it's a ventilator. Dude, put a fucking helmet on and play football, and you tell me how hard it's going to be to breathe in that thing.
Hey, adjustments have to be made. You know what I mean? You gotta get through it. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. I don't have a problem with the design. For one, I think you nasty motherfuckers need to keep all that spitting and shit to yourself anyway.
All right, Mr. Climatized. Your new nickname is Mr. Climatized.
Yeah, that has absolutely nothing to do with climatized. Man, these cats.
You ain't gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me that you're backing somebody down and you turn and you go, you sitting there backing down.
No, we don't spit in basketball.
Man,
we don't
bullshit.
spit in basketball.
I'm not saying you're gonna go and slobber everything. I'm saying you're backing somebody up. You're sweating. You're dripping sweat on each other. You're sitting there. I mean, saliva is getting on you. If you take the wind out of something. If you take the wind out of if you take the wind out of somebody when you're backing them down, spit may come out and it just landed on the back of that bald head of yours.
Hey, bro.
As you
We don't
glistening.
spit.
Where's your towel?
We
Where's your
don't spit
towel?
basketball.
Whatever.
We don't spit basketball. Only in
Whatever.
conditioning. But we out of shape. You gotta get in shape. That is it, bro. All that with oh man, they can't even talk on the interview without spitting all over the place.
Hey, I just want to throw out that you shared last night's show, not tonight's.
That is amazing. Leave me alone. Get off my back, bro.
All right. Oh, yeah, boys and girls. He's like the coffee, man. He's the cream that rises to the top, brother. Oh, yeah. Damon, the one. Oh, yeah.
Hey, bro. You might be the worst impressionist ever.
I can do Eugene pretty well.
Yeah, you did that really good. But I mean, yeah, but if you want to break down the individual sports, I think some sports hold a higher risk than
Well,
other
and
sports.
I understand that, and I agree.
I mean, yeah, I mean, regardless if you're spitting on the back of a ball head or not in the paint, there's still a lot of contact in there, you know what I mean? But I think that the measurements that these professional platforms are taking with the isolations and the bubbles and the quick responses and the always testing. And I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I know at the beginning of this thing, we were really on, I know I was, I think you were too, we're really on Dana White. You know, we thought we was pushing this a little fast, but you know what I mean? He's the guy who's leading all of what everybody's doing. They're getting their information and their patterns from what he laid forth. And that, I mean, you can't get no more contact than that. You know, that's blood and real spit and sweat just rubbing and leaning and breathing all over each other. And I think, to be honest with you, I think they've had the least positive tests of all the sports that have come back.
Yep, I agree. Now, here's another thing. You got people that baseball's supposed to start up. Basketball's supposed to start up. Everybody's supposed to be in the same area. And then you get, you got, excuse me, the Tampa Bay Lightning. You got 14 players on their hockey team or staff, catches it. So obviously you're in Tampa. The leagues are going to Orlando. But Florida's a hot spot again, man. And I totally understand what the players are talking about when they say, man, I don't know if I want to play because of COVID. I get it, because there's so much unknown shit because people aren't telling us the whole truth and nothing but the truth and whatever. But I mean,
sorry, I'm letting my umbrella down so I can get some more light on my face.
Whatever. You're just trying to show your gray. Yeah, never mind. I'll be nice.
Yeah. That.
That would be in the back of my mind if I'm heading down there and be like, man, am I going to catch this?
I mean, some players are like that. You know what I mean? I guess that's why I say think back in the moment. I guess I could break it down to a little bit more of it just play or sit. You know what I mean? You do got to think about your excuse me, your family situation at that point in time. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're a single dude and you know what I mean, you in the league, you hooping or whatever, shit, there's probably no question.
Right.
You're going to go hoop. But you know what I mean? If you were a new father or I mean you got, a couple kids, some in high school, middle school, or whatever, you might tend to rethink those situations, you know what I mean, that decision. But I think it still comes down to your true love of the game and how professional that you feel that you should be in that situation. You know what I mean? Because if you really still break it down, it is a job.
Yep.
And that is how you take care of not only your family, but the entities and the people that work for you and around you because of who you are. So, yeah, I could see an obligation there to go back to work. You know what I mean? Because
I mean, I have an obligation. I have an obligation to go to my day job too. But if I'm having to, I mean, like I said, I've been essential the whole time. You know, I've been every damn day, damn near. But if I really feel an urgency of unsafety for my family, I'm staying home. Even now, I mean, you know, I don't bless you. I don't sit there. I don't make millions. I make what I make, but I'm still if I'm feeling that weary and unsafe and unsecure with something that has to do with me going to work for my family's safety, I'll stay home.
I agree with that if your family was there in Orlando.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You're there.
You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. They could quarantine you before you went back home.
Yeah, but
you
that's
know, if they're really worried about it,
that's the plan anyway. You know what I mean? They're gonna bubble them. They're gonna do their training camps in the bubbles.
Right.
So you're gonna be quarantined. If there's any test positive, they'll get you to wherever they need to. That way they can break everything down. So when they start actually playing, everybody is as sterile as possible, so to speak.
Right.
But their families were never in the equation of being down there.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
I'm not bringing, regardless if you're in the bubble or just in the hotel in the Orlando area. Nah, we're good. I mean, let's talk about not being able to see their family. Listen, you play an 8-month schedule.
Right.
Pretty much,
right? How much are you really home anyway?
How much are you home anyway? Yeah, you get to come in and out. You got home games. You got days off.
But you know what? Like you said, that's 8 months. You're in a 3-month period now.
Yeah.
3 months. Knock it out. And I'm with you on that. I'm just saying, like, if it was me and, you know, the family was involved in an unsafe issue, then I probably would stay home. But I agree with you, you know, that there was no, you know, there was never any talk of, hey, family's coming, you know, you can bring whoever you want with you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, in that sense, go play.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't too jumping aboard the players saying that I'm not playing because of family security, but your family's not going to be down there.
Right.
Just say I'm not comfortable playing because
be honest.
Say I'm not comfortable.
Right.
Cool. I'm good with that. Don't give me the
bullshit beat around the bush.
Just say it, man. And no one's tripping right now.
No. And if they are,
this is not a load management situation.
No, you're not sitting out because I play 82 games and I'm only worth 60.
Right. So I won't get paid for 82.
Right. Well,
but yeah. But I like the idea of them being isolated in the area, but you know, Florida, you know, is one of those states in that southern region that's blooming, but you have to look at where those areas of bloom are. They're around the tourist locations, the beaches, those cities, those areas where people are in and out, where you're getting a lot of that, those positive numbers. But with how big the Disney facility is, I mean, it's really just as big as Orlando. If you really think about it. So they can put on several different style things that don't run parallel, they run concurrently. A couple of them overlap, but you got some going in, out, where you don't have all of them there right there. They're in different sections of the facility, of the campus, so to speak. So there's an opportunity. And then again, it's all those guys who are the ones that are mingling.
There's our buddy from down under.
B-O-B squared.
B-O-B. That's our B-O-B.
So,
all right. Well, there you have it. You know?
ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
You know who that guy is? He's the one.
I be.
This guy, he's the ass.
He be.
We together are Black and White Sports, and this has been Pole Position.
White.
What?
Black and white. Black and white.
Get it? We see black and white. The black and white. We give it to real fans. That's right. Powered by First Financial Bank, 3535 East 96th Street in Indianapolis. Gruntworks Custom Woods. Check them out for your next custom art woodwork. Ultrasound Installations. Tony is awesome. Get your car audio there. And the Rockstar Realtor. Welcome, Shawn Nugent. Check him out. shwn.nugent at talktotucker.com.
Yes.
And Damon, as always, how do we leave them and what do we do?
We keep Indy sporty, baby.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew. Hey, it's Jazzy J, the pew pew girl.
It's Jazzy J, the pew pew girl.
See, I got your name in. Now you're just not just a pew pew girl.
Did you hear that?
No.
Say it again.
I said, now we got your name in. A plug, Jazzy J. You're not just a pew pew girl.
Right.
That's better.
Peace, people. We'll see you Sunday, 11 a.m. Checkers and Wreckers. Check them out.